Hello everyone. Have you ever thought why are transmission line voltages multiples of 11 kilovolt? Well, if you have, you're at the right place. Let's find out in this video. There are two common misconceptions which are not right. It is often said the multiples of 11 kilovolt is because of form factor, whereas some say it is because of transmission line losses. However, both are wrong. Let's look at each of them to understand why they are not right. Form factor of a sinusoidal signal is 1.11. So for example, if you are designing a system with 10 kilovolt range, 10 kilovolt into 1.11 will be getting 11.1 kilovolt. Similarly, if you want 20 kilovolt, we'll be multiplying it with 1.11. So you'll be getting 22.2 kilovolt. 30 into 1.11 will be giving you 33.3 kilovolt. However, this concept repeats for different voltages, but if you carefully observe, this concept is not applicable for 220 kilovolt, 400 kilovolt and 765 kilovolt transmission. In addition to this, if you're still considering this is right, then why only we have to design it as a multiple of 10 kilovolt? That will again be another question, isn't it? So this concept is not right. Let us consider the second reason, that is transmission losses. Let us assume we are transmitting power from the sending end to the receiving end through transmission lines. It is it is often assumed the transmission losses are 10% and for receiving 10 kilovolt, we need to transmit 11 kilovolt in order to accommodate for the losses. But the question is, how do we say each transmission line has 10% losses? Losses keeps varying from system to system and we cannot come with a common conclusion like this. Hence this concept is also wrong. Now coming back to our question, why are transmission line voltages multiples of 11 kilovolt? It's because of insulators. This might be surprising, but it's the fact. Let us consider a suspension insulator where we have the variation of line voltages with respect to number of discs required for each of the voltage ranges. Generally, to transmit 33 kilovolt, we need minimum of 3 discs. Here it shows 34.5 kilovolt, but the capacity can be slightly higher and that's not a problem. If you carefully observe, people don't transmit most often between 33 kilovolt to 66 kilovolt. For example, 44 kilovolt or 55 kilovolt is not being used. It's because of the simple straightforward reason that is there in front of you. So with 4 discs, we will be able to transmit up to 69 kilovolt. So why are we supposed to go with lower voltages like 44 or 55? We're not utilizing them to the maximum extent, isn't it? So the objective is pretty simple. With the number of discs that we are using, we have to try to utilize the maximum line voltage that the disk is capable of transmitting power for. So that is why we go for higher voltages with respect to the number of disks. For example, if you see 400 kilovolt, we have 24 disks exactly, and we also have a 765 kilovolt transmission lines, which exactly require 60 disks. So the variation of line voltage with respect to disks plays a very important role. Although this is given only with respect to suspension insulators, this is applicable for all the other types of insulators in particular. So we have to be very careful while choosing the line voltage based on the number of discs that are there. All right, so we have a lot of other equipments in transmission lines, isn't it? Why are we only focusing on insulators? It is because of the cost, it's very expensive. And secondly, it also requires a lot of space and it is heavier as well. So hence it is very important to decide the transmission line capacity based on insulators. If you like this video, please do like it, share it and subscribe to our channel for regular. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.